Hello everybody, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Lael, Esme, Patrick, Towan, Mendy, George, Dustin, Scott. Welcome everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. I have some mail I notice. Kind of hesitant to check my mail, some of it's probably hate mail. Let's see, this could go either way. This could be something very helpful. These could be gifts. Or it could be straight up hate. Just vile awfulness aimed in my direction. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it because we're pretty broke. And if someone's trying to help me out, I want to know about it. I want to know. I'm gonna check it. Bronze tube. Okay, that's very helpful for later. I'm gonna take the potions. I'm gonna leave this in the bank for now. I really appreciate that. And some gear. Okay, level 14. Sword. Chest piece. And shoulders. I'm gonna grab the sword and the chest piece that we can use soon. I'm gonna leave the shoulders in here for now. That's level 17, so that's gonna be a little while. But yeah, I really appreciate that. Very, very kind. And no hate mail today, which is even better. So we can actually equip this now, which I think we'll do. This requires 15. So that will have to wait. That also requires 15. And then we have the sword at 15. Okay, excellent. Let's go ahead, we'll make a few of these. Did I ever train guns? I did not train guns, no. The last time I was there, I don't even know if I had enough silver. We have enough silver now, obviously. Now we could probably do it. Buffalo Bill, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. And we could train it now, but yeah, now we're not even in Ironforge. And we're going to be heading out to Westfall, I think. I got to do something about the inventory, though. I think that means that we need to do a bunch of alchemy. What do we need? Let's make a few of these. And then we'll make a few defense potions, and then we'll probably sink the rest of our mats into healing potions, which we will then put into the bank. I like how, like, in Classic Era, they didn't really scale the weapons down for, like... you know how, like, you're on a Blood Elf, and you equip the Blood Elf with, like, a two-handed weapon, and it looks like it's a one-handed weapon? I like it when the two-handed weapons look like two-handed weapons. And I'm glad they didn't scale this down just because dwarfs are shorter. I appreciate that. We have more mats. We need to buy some more vials. Because we have a bunch more herbs.
Looking for something specific? Safe travels.
What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend.
What level are we? We are level 14. we're gonna go train alchemy before we leave. And then did we train herbalism? We didn't. Yeah, we have to train herbalism and alchemy before we leave, which is probably gonna be like 10 silver a pop, if I had to guess. Sven, good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. Zafar, welcome. Thanks for being here. Clarinet Junkie, you're very welcome, and I appreciate you hanging out with the stream. Let's drop all of these potions into the bank before we do anything else. We're going to need them later to make the lesser healing pots.
Light be with you.
Do I want to keep any? They're not like incredibly useful, but maybe we'll keep 10 of them. Let's go down to a stack of 5. We have these ones, we have lesser healing pots, we got some bigger healing pots. And at this point it's taking up a lot of inventory space, excuse me, to keep all these pots. So I think this will be good. We still don't have a lot of inventory. Cragboar ribs. I can learn how to cook these.
Light bless you.
And then maybe we can get them out of our inventory. Let's see. Oh, I need Rhapsody malt. The only place I can get Rhapsody malt is in the Dwarven lands. I'm gonna stash the boar ribs for now. And yeah, there we go.
Be careful.
Okay, herbalism, alchemy, and then we'll head over to Westfall. Do we have cooking to do? Not besides that, yes, a little bit. Yeah, we should do that. We can clear that out. Let's find a cook fire. Here we go. Very likely cook fire location. All right. What else? Let's sell it. We don't need it. It's basically useless to us. So let's get rid of it.
Well met.
There we go. Tough jerky I also don't need. I'll sell this last one, the odd one out of the stack. The pellet rifle, I'm gonna hold on to it, you know, I should probably just sell it at this point, but
Go with honor.
I'm gonna hang on to it. We're going to the mage quarter, I believe. And then did I train level 14 warrior stuff? We need to train. Yeah, we have to train. Lots of training to do. I am not tracking profession trainers. There we go.
Ishnu Allah.
5 silver. Okay, that's not awful.
Good luck,
I thought it was going to be 10 silver, so I guess in that regard I got lucky. And then for alchemy, though, we're going to have a few other things to learn. Troll's Blood, Minor Mana Potion, Rejuve Potion, Fortitude. Okay. So now, for this, we need Briarthorn. But we can make a bunch of Fortitude Potions. If we want to do that, we need to find the guy who can train us in the next rank. I guess it would be the Expert. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think let's go ahead and let's make these. Also, ooh, having some weak Troll's Blood Potion could be good as well. I'm gonna create 5 of these. This restores 2 health every 5 seconds, like just passively, which is great to have. Okay. And then we'll make... We'll do 5. And then maybe I'll hold on to everything else. I love alchemy because I love having all of these elixirs rolling at the same time. Alright, let's hold on to everything else. What else can we learn? Anything? No, nothing yet. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, warrior training. Yep, we gotta go to the other side of Stormwind. Eventually we'll leave Stormwind, and eventually we will press ability buttons and fight things, I swear. It'll happen sometime before the end of the stream. We'll actually push some abilities. Ashbad, good afternoon to you, buddy. Welcome. This is the stream where we run around Stormwind for the entire stream. Yep, it's the city life simulator. Did I vote? We don't talk about politics here. And politics does include whether or not somebody voted. We just leave real life stuff like that, like we leave politics at the door. It's basically the one thing that I won't talk about at all. Craig, thank you so much for the super chat. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. We've got a warrior quest here.
Need help?
This may be for defensive stance.
Safe travels. See you around.
King's honor, friend.
We should probably do that.
For the Alliance.
don't really remember the warrior quest. I don't think it's super sketchy. I think we should be able to do it. It's a level 10 quest. We're level 14, so if anything, we're higher level. Oh wait, this is the bar fight one, isn't it? Where we like talk to the guy at the bar, and then we fight him, and then... yeah, I think we're fine to do this. Unsurprisingly, I have an unspent talent point. That'll cap out cruelty.
Well met. Be careful. What can I help you with? For the Alliance, what can I do for you?
What's the trick to get this one going? Do I just have to be patient?
What's on your mind?
Or is it that I can't do this one because I'm a dwarf? Because, yeah, nothing happened.
You need something?
Well met.
We talked to this guy, but then I don't think he had a follow-up like he ought to have
What
had.
can I do? Greetings.
Maybe we can only do the dwarf one because we are a dwarf. It's gotta be what it is.
Hey there. No. Light be with you.
That's weird, but fair enough, I guess.
Good day to you. I supply only the finest goods. Go with honor, friend.
All right. So that's fine. We'll do that at some point, whenever we happen to find ourselves back in the Dwarven lands.
King's honor, friend. Light bless.
Alright, so the plan to start things off, we're going to do the lower level stuff in Westfall. We're going to go after the Gore-Tusk liver. We need all of the other animal meat, including the Murloc eyes. We'll go for the pocket watch. We'll take on the trappers and smugglers. And so we're basically aiming to do the top quest here. Maybe we do the Knoll Paws, depending on if the northern camps are farmed out or if there's mobs. Maybe we do that one too. And once that's done though, then we have to go back into Loch Modan. Realistically, I should probably do the Loch Modan stuff first, but we're just gonna roll with this. We'll do the first few quests here, and then we'll head back down to Loch Modan. And before I get too far, let's go ahead and let's pop all of our elixirs. We also have Sage's Dark Fortune, increased damage by 10% from the Dark Moon Fair, so we should be feeling pretty strong. The one thing we don't have is we don't really have a lot of buff food. So I'm just going to eat this last bit of buff food. We don't have any more right now, and I don't think we can make any more right now. Now somewhere over here is a level 19 wind elemental just waiting to ruin our day. So we'll have to keep our eyes open for him. There he is. We'll mark him with a little skull, and then we will try not to aggro him immediately. God, just dead bodies in all directions. Must be a lot of people on tonight. And by tonight, I do mean this afternoon. Yep, all I see is like either dead bodies or players killing the ones that are left alive. It's basically a mass extinction event. Is now a good time to try World of Warcraft? It's always a good time. Yeah, WoW's in a really good place. You have lots of different flavors of WoW to choose from, and it's probably never been in a better place. No matter what kind of gameplay you like, if you try all the different versions, you're bound to find something that strikes your fancy. Am I still putting points in cruelty? Yes, we just capped out cruelty. I am gonna keep going into this for a little while. I think I'd like to at least get through Unbridled Wrath. And then in the next rank, I mean, obviously improved Battle Shout is good, improved Cleave looks good. So we'll go with it for a little while. I think eventually I will pop over and try an arms build. But maybe closer to when we get closer to two-hand specialization. Which I don't think we can get until like the level 20s. Yeah, like once I can get down here, then I'll be more inclined to go just full arms. Because I do plan to do two-handed weapons unless I'm using a one-handed. I don't want to dual wield, so. Oh, we're doing Nomergon. We're gonna tank Nomergon when we're level 36. Yeah, we're gonna tank it. We're gonna do it properly with a one-hander and a shield. I may even respec before the run and just like spec full into protection prior to doing the run. Just for the run. But we absolutely are going to redeem ourselves and avenge the Warlock, who fell too young in Nomergon. I'm gonna try to tank as many dungeons as I can. I really enjoyed doing the dungeons on the Warlock, and it's a trend that I want to see continue into this playthrough. And if I'm gonna die, like, no better way to do it than in a 5-man dungeon. Doing something truly heroic. Yeah, I was, for low-level tanking, I was really looking at improved cleave. Like, I think having bonus damage on cleave for, like, low-level tanking would be really huge. That's one of the things I was looking at. Because otherwise we just don't have a lot of AoE threat. Chievemo, good afternoon, man. Welcome and thanks for being here. Things happen in life. I appreciate you being here whenever you can. We are having kind of a hard time finding the handfuls of oats this run. There's lots of people after them, and we only have 2. Also, I should probably grab the pocket watch. I think I'm kind of in the area. Oh, this requires 100. Oh my gosh. We are only at 76. So apparently we're going to have to work on herbalism a bit more. Johnny, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. I think this is the house we need right over here. For the pocket watch. We got a guy who aggroed us. What level is this guy? This guy's level 15. We can handle level 15. I for some reason I thought he was a much higher level. But no, it looks like we're fine. Is WoW Classic grindy? That's what you enjoy? Oh man, you're in for a treat. It took us how many hours to cap the Paladin from 1 to 60? I think it was like 250 hours. Somewhere around like 250 hours. We just recently leveled the Paladin from 1 to 60 on a Classic Era realm. It was a nice, long, grindy journey. Yeah. This mage is about to die. They must have popped a potion. Oh, they got lucky. It all reset. They were like inches from death. Very, very close. You know, we haven't seen anybody die in front of us. Not that I can recall, at least. like how relaxing the stream is? I try to be chill. I would say that I'm chill about 85 to 90% of the time. And then a small portion of the time I will go off about things sometimes. Just little rants. Almost not quite tirades.
What can I do for you?
But typically it's pretty chill. Do I need the coyote meat? I don't think I need the coyote meat. I'm going to sell it. There probably is a recipe for it, I just don't have it.
For the Alliance.
I am going to pop in here and cook the boar meat. And then we can sell that and... Well, let's see, do I need the boar meat? I don't think so. I need the snouts. I need the livers. I can cook the meat.
Well met. Light bless you. I mean, to be fair, I think they were clearing to it before I showed up. So, I can't really feel bad or like they ninja'd it from me. Oh my god, these are just the killing fields. I love it. It's nice to see it this active. Alright, maybe we should head up to the north and check out the situation with the Murlocs. We need Murloc eyes, and then we can check out the Knoll camps also. See, if those aren't farmed out, we might be able to do the patrolling Westfall quest. Well, there are no gnolls here, but there is a sack of oats if we can get over to it. That'll be our last one. Let's see if we can work on the Murloc eyes without overextending ourselves. Another area that's just completely farmed out. Oh yeah, it seems okay. Like, as long as the respawn rate cranks out, then we'll be fine. Yeah, it kind of depends on what the respawn rate's gonna do. Yeah, we did learn before that, like, Loch Modan is much less populated than Westfall. But we're gonna need Westfall, so we'll stick it out for now and see how it goes. The benefit of there being other people around is it makes it slightly less dangerous. Well, we found some cadet boots. That's 84 armor that we currently don't have. We're apparently still wearing the first boots that we ever had equipped ever. So yeah, that's pretty good. Is this guy gonna be okay? I feel like he's gonna be fine. I don't want to intervene unless he's absolutely gonna die. Because I feel like it's good for people to push themselves to the limit and see what they can do. Yeah, he was fine. He didn't need our help. Yeah, getting the oats didn't turn out to be bad. I thought it was going to be much harder than it was. I'm getting the error message that it's already being used. This must be some kind of layer shenanigans. That's very sad. I need all of the skill ups. But this item is already being used. On another plane of reality, it's already been tapped. I'm kind of surprised that we don't have hyper spawns. Seems like a hyper spawn type of situation. This would also be a good time to have fishing. I need to learn fishing soon. Well, we're at 2 out of 3. That's not bad. Last time we did this, the Murlocs absolutely refused to have eyeballs. They just didn't have any. Is Shaman any good overall in Classic? Yeah. Shaman's one of my favorite classes in Classic Era. I just don't get to play a lot of it because I play a lot of Alliance, and in Classic Era, Alliance can't be Shamans. The cool thing about Shamans is that you can go for like more of a ranged DPS build, or you can go for like a two-handed melee build, or you can go for a dual-wield melee build, or you can go heals. So yeah, Shamans have a lot of different options, a lot of different playstyles. But yeah, sadly, the Alliance cannot be Shaman, so... It's Horde side only. Trolls, Orcs, Tauren. Was that the last of our Murloc Eyes? It was the last of our Murloc Eyes. Yeah, I think we'll do what we typically do. I think we'll wait until about level 16 or level 17 to do the Wetlands run. And we'll do Dark Shore at like level 16, 17. It's what I usually do, and it makes the run pretty safe, and we don't typically have any problems. Okay, so what do we still need? We just need Gortusk livers. And then that's basically it. After that, we'll go after the trappers and smugglers.
You need something? Safe travels.
You need something? Safe travels.
Serox, thank you so much for the membership, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks for being here. Oh, nice. Look at that. We found the cadet boots, and now we found the cadet gauntlets. I wonder if we will find the entire cadet set. Am I not playing retail now? No, I've soft retired from retail. I don't have any plans to play retail. It's like I can spend my time playing retail feeling unhappy that the game doesn't seem to be made for me anymore, or I can just stop playing and I can play a game that does feel like it was made for me. That was ultimately what I had to do. I just had to acknowledge that I'm not their target audience for anymore. But thankfully we have Classic. Alright, we need one boar that has an undamaged liver. Apparently all of these boars are suffering from either missing livers or liver damage. Maybe this will be our one. He didn't have anything, surprisingly. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, see, Briarthorn is what we need to make the lesser healing pots. I'm gonna go ahead and make these now. Amy, you bought James that game. That's awesome. It's nice that it was on the Xbox. I meant to look and see if there was like a physical edition for the Switch, but I never got around to it. Yeah, there is a Switch edition, but it's $42. So I guess the digital edition's probably okay. Undertale. Recently, my kid's been obsessed with Hollow Knight, and I don't think Undertale is gonna like take away how obsessed he is with Hollow Knight. But it might be something. Yeah, this is a game for my son. Yeah, he's been playing like, he's probably played like 200 hours of Hollow Knight recently. And now he wants to play Undertale. Hollow Knight's a great game. Yeah, what I was really surprised was like, not only does the gameplay look really cool, but there's a lot of really good lore. There's like cool lore unlocks for like all the creatures in the game. There's like an enormous backstory for like the world and the events and stuff that have happened, and like he's always telling me about the lore and having me watch lore videos with him. I find it pretty interesting. I can't play the game because the game requires a person to build up a certain set of skills. You know, like to be skilled with a gamepad and like have good reaction time. Like I can't play the game at all. Like he has gotten to a point where he can overcome most things eventually with like minimal frustration. When I was his age, if I was trying to play a game that hard, there's no way I could have done it. Not without like losing my mind. So it's pretty impressive. The music is great. Yeah, the music is awesome. He's always listening to the soundtrack.
Mr. Santa, good afternoon, good evening to you. Welcome to the stream, buddy. For the recorded series, I'm going to do a Tauren Shaman. I'm going to do a Tauren Shaman. It's going to be a self-found. Yeah, that's what we're doing for the recorded series.
Hey there.
I actually recorded episode 1 earlier today.
Have a good one.
And
Careful.
if everything goes well with publishing, that will go out tomorrow morning.
Farewell. Have a good one. Farewell.
Inventory's full. Okay, yeah, that's a problem.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
Yeah, that was the other thing, is that we're doing the Cataclysm Shaman as well. So like seeing the differences in the same class in the different eras, I always find that really interesting.
Well met. Safe travels.
Alright, so all of that stuff is done. The last stuff that I want to do here, I want to take on the trappers and the smugglers. Where are we going to do that? You know, I tried to do it around town last time, and that didn't really work out well. It was way over farmed. I think this time we'll go right to the Jangalode mine. The mine was a little bit more dangerous, but we had more luck finding mobs at the mine. So yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do it over at the mine. We could check on the knoll situation and see if like maybe these camps are up. I have a feeling that we're getting closer to prime time, so I have a feeling that it might be tough to find those camps actually alive. So let's do the mine first, and then maybe we'll check out this area after that. I'm doing the Horde character on Defias Pillagers. I guess there's not a good reason for me to, but there's really not a great reason for me to play him on the EU servers either. So I just rolled him on Defias Pillager. Because if I circle back to classic era characters, like if I'm gonna pick up a classic era character that's not a hardcore character, it's probably gonna be Alliance side. So for him, it really didn't matter to me too much where I did it. Okay, we're running into a lot of kobolds, and we're not running into a lot of trappers or smugglers.
But yeah, it's true self-found in the sense that when I made the character, I clicked the self-found button. This looks like pretty sketch. It's pretty sketchy. That was a good time to level up. I planned it just like that. So next we're gonna go into Unbridled Wrath, I think. Oh, hello. How are you? This is gonna give us a chance to generate more rage. Let's do that. Let's focus on not dying here. I don't think I need to burn a potion for this. If I do, maybe I'll just burn the little one. Okay, the constant back-to-back double pulls, like, I'm not going to be able to sustain this forever. So we have to kill this guy, and then we have to heal all the way to full, otherwise we are going to be in some deep doo-doo. Rome, good afternoon, good evening, man. Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's eat the buff food. And let's... okay, that's not really restoring our health very quickly. Alright, we're good. We do have weapon upgrades and some item upgrades. Here we go. We got 3 strength, 3 stamina with 198 armor. That's humongous. We've got gloves with strength and agility to throw on. And then we have this level 15 sword spirit strength. There we go. Not quite as large as the previous sword, but still a decent size. Still decent. Do gnomes have their gear shrunk? Like, do they scale it? I think they scale it at least a little bit, yeah. I think they'd have to have it scaled down some. Why am I doing hardcore again? For No Death November. Has a nice sound to it. And, like, it seems to be popular. So, like, any time where there's lots of people playing a version of the game, like, that's a good time to play. It just feels good to see people in the world. It feels good when things are super active, you know? And right now, hardcore is super active. So here we are. We're killing pretty fast. Yeah, our kill rate is pretty incredible. That's the great thing about Warriors. If you keep an updated weapon and you always make sure you have a good weapon, then your kill rate is going to be absolutely amazing. This could be a problem, depending on if we get respawns popping up behind us or not. Right now that guy's just wandering back there waiting to come back to get killed. So right now we're okay. There's the respawn I was thinking about. Let's back out of here for a second. Do a quick bandage. Alright, hyper spawns. I don't mind if I do. Ironically, hyperspawns are much more prevalent in hardcore than like any other version. Because, you know, that makes it more exciting. Now we don't have any inventory space. I'm glad we filled that up with a piece of cheese. That was really worth it. We could probably learn this cooking recipe and get that out of the inventory. Oh dear God. Like, maybe she lives? If she runs away now? We're probably gonna have to clean all this up, which is not gonna be great for us. Let's pull out back here a little bit. And just kind of hold here for a minute. I think that gnome might have made it out alive. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, there we go. It's running away. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, we seem to be out of combat now. Pretty sketchy. And all of our elixirs wore off, so we do need to reapply all of our elixirs immediately. We're trying to keep the buff pots going at all times. That's kind of the goal. I wish I could say the same thing for buff food, but right now we just don't have enough buff food. Yeah, I want to keep the elixirs up all the time, so if I let them fall off and I don't notice, just yell at me. This guy hit us before the buff food could tick. That's a bummer. That's a waste of buff food. What a inconsiderate jerkbag. Alright, we have all the bandanas we need, I think. Yeah, there we go. I need 2 more smugglers. Maybe we can just make our way out of here. There we go, we're done. And we're pretty close to the surface. as fun as that was, let's get out of here. Let's go check out the situation with the gnolls up to the north of us here and see if, like, maybe we can do this quest now. If it's farmed out, then I'll probably wait for another time. Oh, you know what? I have no inventory. What am I saying? I'm talking like a person who has an infinite inventory, just huge bags, and I don't have huge bags. And so I actually absolutely must go sell. And if I'm gonna go sell, like, maybe we hang on to this one for our next visit. Maybe we take ourselves out to Loch Modan and get somewhere a little bit less packed with people. Potentially less packed. I guess it could still be busy there too. The mobs are already green. It's my goal in hardcore to make sure that we're almost always fighting green mobs. That's one of the ways that you don't get killed, is as much as possible you're fighting green enemies. So it's definitely by design. That's what zone hopping is for. It's why we go back and forth between equivalent level zones, doing stuff in each zone so that we can get ahead of the leveling curve. And so the content is a little bit safer. You can do that into like the level 30s and 40s, and then it becomes impossible to get too far ahead of the curve. And then you have to grind if you want to be ahead of the curve. Nick, good evening, man. Welcome to the stream.
What can I do for you? Be careful. Light bless you.
You need something? See you later.
We are going to turn this one in, and then we're actually going to head to Loch Modan. Yeah, I don't think we want to do anything else here right now. We also have the quest to head to Redbridge, so at some point we'll have to make the run to Redbridge. I think I'll save that for another day.
Well met.
And I think right now we'll just head out to Loch Modan. Stamina boots.
Be careful.
Better than what we have, which is no stats. Okay, yeah, let's jump on a flight.
How are you?
It is a 6-minute and 30-second flight. I am going to go AFK. I'll be back before we land. Is Second Wind not a talent in the vanilla era? Did Second Wind get invented in TBC? Second Wind was an ability where, like, when you get stunned or incapacitated, you start regenerating health. And I thought it was an arms talent, but I don't see it. And now I'm thinking maybe that doesn't exist in vanilla era. Maybe that's a TBC and beyond talent. It's not in vanilla. Okay. Dang, I mean, that's a really good talent too. Especially for like later game when like a lot of stuff stuns you. That is an elite quest. I think we've already picked up the quest that we need. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're all set. We have a little breadcrumb here. And that's it. I think it came in TBC or Wrath of the Lich King. I remember having Second Wind back in the day.
How are ya?
So it had to be TBC or Wrath that brought it in.
See you soon.
Well, Loch Modan is almost just as populated as Westfall was, except Loch Modan is a little bit smaller than Westfall, I feel. So it may be a little bit more congested here. Have I played any War Within? I tried War Within when it first came out. Yep, I played through most of the story campaign. I just decided the game was not for me. I am no longer the target audience of modern WoW. It doesn't have really anything that I like out of an RPG. So I stopped playing it. Instead of just being annoyed by like all the stuff I didn't like about it or complaining about it every day on stream, I just stopped playing because I just clearly am not their audience anymore, and that is okay. I mean, the good thing is I feel like at least on the hardcore server, the respawn rate compensates for the amount of players. So like, it doesn't feel awful. It feels good to see so many people. And like, you will have moments where you can't find any mobs, but then the respawn rate will start cranking out to take care of you. And for whatever reason, I feel like the respawn rate is cranking out a lot harder than regular classic Arrow Realms. I feel like the respawn rate is higher, like intentionally so. It seems like, you know, counterintuitive because it makes it much more dangerous, but yeah, the respawn rate always feels much faster on hardcore servers. Yeah, for me, the way I explain how I feel is like nothing about War Within resonated with me. I didn't like the story. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the day-to-day, week-to-week gameplay. And so like, I never found anything that I was like, oh, I really like this. Except for the art and the music. And unfortunately, like, art and music are not enough to get me on like a daily or weekly grind. And that was the other thing. It's like, if you're not going to do the daily, weekly grind, if you're not going to like really commit yourself to endgame and doing every single weekly activity, then it's almost not even worth it, because that's what they're making the game for. They're making the game for you to get on there every day, do the repetitive activities, grind the currencies, progress your reputations for whatever that's worth. And if you don't want to do that, if that's not the grind, if that's not the type of grind you're looking for, then it's better off just not to engage with it. Because there really isn't a lot else going on. On my belt, I have no stats on my belt, Johnny. Yeah, I got nothing. I was gonna say, by the wetlands, you mean Loch Modan. Because you are not getting me into the wetlands at level 15. But yeah, I figured. Yeah, I had the Dark Moon buff. Yeah, we did have the Dark Moon buff at the start of the day. I just kind of forgot to re-up it. I'm really bad about stuff like that. Like, yes, I should have the Dark Moon buff. I should probably have world buffs. I will try to make it a point, at least when I start the stream, while the Dark Moon Fair is up, like when I start the stream, I will try to make sure I at least get the buff for the first 2 hours. And then we'll see. But yeah, I just forgot to re-up it.
Here there.
It's an incredible buff and it's free, so really no excuses. I can't even use one-handed swords. I'm just gonna sell this for now. We'll sell the cadet boots.
Watch your back. How are you? Be good. Off with you. Watch your back. Off with you.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, like, there's no like forever game, like a game that never runs out of content. I feel like vanilla was the best example of a forever game, just because, you know, it took 300 hours to get to max level on a character, and then if you want to raid, you had plenty of stuff to do eventually after all the raids opened up, and then when you got sick of that, well, you roll up an alt, and look, you got another 300-hour leveling journey ahead of you. I feel like vanilla and TBC were like, that was like pretty close to forever game. Like, it's as close to forever game as you really want to get. And like, part of having a game that people feel like they can just play a ton of is like, you have to have a leveling experience that feels meaningful and that lasts a long time. That's like the cornerstone of an RPG, is going on a big journey. And so like, the moment you start to minimize that, like, you're taking a step in the direction away from having a forever game and towards having a game that people pop on and play a few hours a week and then they pop off. They're two different games. Like, there's nothing wrong with either type. You can build a game where you just want people to pop on for like 10 hours a week, 5 hours a week. Like, you can have a game like that, but that's not necessarily a forever game. This place is farmed out. If we're lucky, if we're lucky, we can snag some boxes. We really don't have to be here right now. I mean, this is a bit of a higher level quest. I don't think I want to be on this guy's aggro chain. I'm gonna let him just do his own thing. We're gonna head down the road here. I'm gonna try not to ninja box this from anybody who's like actively clearing the box. I'm not gonna be like that special kind of asshole. But like right here, like no one's grabbing this one. I'm gonna go ahead and claim it. I'll claim the next one if I can get back to it. A Horde is super dead compared to Alliance on the server. Yeah, comparatively. I started up a recorded series on a Tauren Shaman earlier today. And there were still people playing. I saw players all over the place. It's not as populated, obviously, as Alliance side is. And in Classic era, Alliance side will always be more populated, basically no matter where you're playing. It's because the Horde has no pretty races. The moment you give the Horde Blood Elves, you start to balance that equation a little bit. But, you know, that would take a TBC era server for us to have Blood Elves on the Horde side. You find it a bit odd that people would choose characters based solely on looks? Yeah, but think about it, like, you have to stare at this character for 300 hours. Like, to me, it's always made sense. Like, you want the character to either to look cool or to look attractive. Like, whatever you want out of the character, like, you want it to look good in some way. Whether it's just something that meets your idea of cool, or like in my case, I just choose characters that I want to look at for 300 hours. Which typically, you know, are body type B. So I kind of get it. Like, nothing on the Horde side. Like, I guess what's cool on the Horde side? Like, female orcs are cool. Male orcs can be cool. The undead, I hate how you can see the bones. I don't like... If you could do fleshy undead, then undead would be a good option. But without being able to do, like, the full fleshy undead, it's hard for me to play undead. Trolls. Trolls have a weird running animation. Like, I don't like how the male trolls are hunchbacked, and I don't like the weird running animation that the female trolls have. They have a very clunky... And if you like female trolls, like, don't go look at this, but they have a very clunky run animation. It looks almost janky. And then Tauren are cool, but like Tauren are like, inevitably a Tauren is a big cow. You know, it's a big Minotaur person. So if a big Minotaur person is not your cup of tea, then you're not really gonna like it. Whereas I feel like the Alliance has like more traditional like races. You know, you have humans, dwarves, gnomes, you have elves. Night elves, but elves. And so I feel like those races just like resonate more with people. And I feel like people like how they look a lot more. And I feel like more work was put into the Alliance character models back in vanilla than was put into the Horde character models, maybe because of time. I'm not sure. Johnny, thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's kind of you to run all the way out here to give that to me. And I can equip it right now, which is even better. Thank you. I think that's everything, isn't it? Yeah, that's all the meat that we need. We got silver leaf over here. I could have grabbed the last miner's gear. That would have been an okay move. We still need a bunch of tunnel rat ears, so maybe we just go back and we finish that one up. It's technically a higher level area, but it seemed okay. That's a good point too. Some races look better doing certain attacks. Yeah, some of the animations for certain races are much better than others. Like, basically all troll melee animations suck. Like, the trolls do not have good melee animations. I tried doing like a troll enhancement shaman back in the day, and just like the attack animations were so bad that I couldn't even I didn't want to continue playing it, you know. I wanted to play something that looked a little bit better. when they were swinging the weapons. The troll hunters do have cool animations. Yeah, my first character I ever leveled up much in vanilla was a troll hunter. It was a body type A troll hunter, and I thought their bow draw animations were like really cool. Like that's the only time that their posture looked cool. They had a cool posture when it came to like firing a bow. So I can agree with that. But unfortunately, all their melee animations kind of suck. That's right, I said I wouldn't ninja boxes from anybody. I don't know, no one's trying to grab this. I don't think this is ninjing, no one's grabbing it, so I mean, maybe they were clearing to it, I guess. They're gonna have more problems anyway, so... I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, everyone thinks they want a TBC Hardcore. That's why we'll probably never get TBC Hardcore, unfortunately. It's those cool things in life that you're like, oh man, I wish we just had. Those are the things that you never get. It's sad, really.
How are you? Be good. You got my attention. Off with you.
And the thing is this, like, the way Blizzard does hardcore servers, if they wanted to do a hardcore TBC, they would have to do a regular era TBC. Because remember, we need to have somewhere to send the characters to when they die. Because that's a big facet of official hardcore, is that when the character dies, it can't res, but you can send it to an era realm. So TBC Hardcore means TBC Fresh Start Era. And they would have to happen at the same time. And I think that would, obviously, like, people would be happy, people want TBC, that would split people up. You know, you'd have a lot of people going on the hardcore realms, but then you'd also have people that were like, nah, I just want to live in TBC era, and they'd be going on the Fresh Start realm. Ideally, you do TBC era first. You open up Fresh Start TBC era, and then you wait a while. And then after a while, then you can do TBC Hardcore, and then you get two big hype moments. Ideally like 6 months apart from each other. but you absolutely have to do era first. You cannot do them at the same time, which means you cannot jump right to TBC hardcore. Yeah, it would split era players. Exactly. Yep, exactly. That's another reason why they probably won't do it. On the one hand, it's like, we'll let people play where they want to play. On the other hand, it will eventually cause a split. And at first what will happen is, like, as with any fresh start, like, people will flock to it. But then there will be people who want to stay in that era, and there will be people who want to go back to classic era. But honestly, like, I feel like that's fine, you know? I feel like it's okay to split the player base. I feel like it's okay if one of them is more popular than the other. Like, when we first got TBC, the classic era realms were dead. They were dead for a long time. They were dead just about until hardcore got big on Hydraxian Waterlords and Bloodcell Buccaneers. And then classic era started to kind of get popular again. And it was, like, in part to hardcore that kind of, like, created that hype. And so I feel like it's okay, like, if they release TBC servers and that means for a while the era realms are slow, I feel like that's fine. But again, we've talked about this before. The problem is this: if they do TBC era, then there would be an expectation that they would also do Wrath of the Lich King era. And then you get to a point where, like, okay, well, how many different eras do we want? Is it okay just to have, like, one server of each? Like, that might be the solution, is just, like, consolidate the servers down. Like, do mega servers and just don't have as many of them. And that way, no matter where people are playing at, they are playing with other people. Now, some people are loyal to era and they always will be no matter what. Like, for myself, I feel like I would fall into the TBC camp. I feel like TBC is kind of like my perfect era, so if I had a chance, I would probably devote most of my time to playing on TBC era servers. Because that's kind of just like, that's all, like, my favorite version of the game is probably TBC. As far as, like, where the systems were at, as far as where the classes were at, as far as, like, having the heroic 5-man stuff at endgame, having the dungeon sets to collect, pre-raid, like, I really enjoyed every aspect of TBC. And then obviously, like, we get to have Blood Elves, like, best race in the game. Yeah, having Blood Elves is the only time that I can, like, I can play the Horde, but having Blood Elves is the only time I can be a main. Like a Horde main would be with Blood Elves. Yeah, I would be incredibly hyped I would be much more hyped for TBC Classic server than for like anything announced in retail in like the last 10 years. So, yeah. We'll see. You know, the Blizzard Direct happens on November 13th at 10 o'clock Pacific time. So I am going to do everything I can to make sure that we can hang out on stream and watch the Blizzard Direct. That'll be November 13th at 1 p.m. my time. And we'll see what they announce. That's like their replacement BlizzCon is the Blizzard Direct. So we'll find out then if they're planning to do anything with Classic, anything with TBC, anything with Hardcore. That is when we will hear about it. And we will just try to hang out and watch that together, and we will hope for the best. Keep our fingers crossed for all the things we want. I would say final verdict, Loch Modan, just as busy as Westfall. I see like herbs disappearing, like this guy's trying to herb the same herbs. We got people herbing, we got people killing. Like, just as busy as Westfall. It's kind of great to see. Robert, still enjoying PAX Day, man? That's awesome. I'm glad to hear you're still digging it. I found that, like, I'm just not good at survival craft games. I don't know why. Feels like a genre that would be right up my alley, but I just never feel like I'm good at them. We got hyper spawns like all day long here. Hyper spawns for days and days. If I'm lucky, nope, I wasn't lucky. I was gonna say, if I'm lucky, I'll be able to eat this buff food and get the buff from it, but no, I was not that lucky. It's like playing whack-a-mole, but with WoW mobs. Like, we pop one down, another one pops up. We pop him down, another one pops up. Oh my god, a moment of peace? Nope, 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 spoke too soon. When we have action like this, it's hard not to just stay in the same area and just farm the respawns, you know? Especially when our kill rate is so, like, astronomically through the roof. Fighting these lower level guys, we're like two-shotting some of them. On Wings of Love, have a good rest of your night. We'll see you next time. This person might be in trouble. No, you know what? I think they're okay. I think they're okay. I think they're gonna be fine. I try to be helpful, but I try to be careful of like when I choose to help somebody out. Because I feel like a lot of people are like me, and like when we put ourselves in that kind of situation, we kind of want the challenge. Especially when we are pretty sure we can handle it. And like sometimes I get annoyed when people like come by and they help me. And they don't let me fight my own. When I think like when I'm pretty sure like I have this, you know, I want to push the limit. Sometimes it's like annoying. So I try to leave people be unless I really think they're gonna die. And then if I think they're really going to die and they don't have a chance to win, then I try to help them out. But I do try to be careful with it and not like just help every single person I see fighting more than one mob. Oh, hey, look at that. Level 16. Alright, yep, we're gonna keep going into Unbridled Wrath. One bubble took 6 minutes. That sounds about right. Yeah, keep in mind, we're fighting guys that are like level 11. So they're like barely giving us any XP at all. And actually, we're done fighting these guys. We don't have to keep killing the trogs. The war can end. Let's try to get the rest of the tunnel rat ears that we need. This area looks just dead. Probably have to go a little bit further to the north to find these guys. We have full bags. Okay, yeah. Let's go north. Maybe we'll just run up to the tower and we'll use the vendor there. Let's check out the traveling merchant and see if he has anything interesting.
Pie?
No he does not. Just some cherry pie. You find it hard to believe I'm having inventory problems? I know, right? It's unreal. Like, this is not like me at all. Typically, I'm so good about these things. 4 stamina I can sell. The problem is there's not a lot that I can sell. Because I need, like, everything. I need too many things. So, like, because now I'm carrying lots of potions, I'm carrying lots of, like, ingredients for potions, I'm carrying all of this linen. I ought to make all these bandages and then vendor them. Weren't they vendoring for, like, a little bit of money?
Watch your back.
I think I have to make all these and sell them. And then I really need to turn in the cooking quest so I know like what meat I can cook, what meat I can vendor. Like right now I'm holding on to all this meat. Because if I start vendoring stuff like this, then I'm gonna vendor the quest items. Because I've done that many times. "15 minutes till dinner will be done." Amy, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it.
Interesting a pint.
And yeah, that's really all that I can sell.
Watch your
Okay,
back.
if we finish up with the ears, we'll be able to head back to town. We'll turn in the quest, and that'll get a bunch of stuff out of the inventory. This guy is stealing our herbs again. This is like the second time today I've seen him stealing our herbs. We need to start tagging stuff so that people know that we're calling dibs on that one. We've got most of our one-handers leveled up. Oh, we got maces, we got axes. The only thing I haven't leveled up any one-handed swords. I might not have even trained one-handed swords now that I look at it. We'll be good. Warriors, it's really easy to skill up weapons on a warrior because you can spam rend. Every time you hit rend, you basically get a skill up. And you can just sit there and spam rend. It's like so easy to skill up weapons on a warrior compared to a paladin. With the slow swing time of a paladin and like nothing else triggering the auto attack. It's easy. Pots. Yep, let's go ahead and pop another round of elixirs. When I do a warrior with like alchemy and we have all the elixirs, I always feel like a witcher. Feeling like a witcher is good. It's a good feeling. Mr. Santa, have a good rest of your day, man. Take care. We'll see you next time. A dwarf female ruins the feel of being a witcher? Oh man, no it doesn't. Dwarf female is best. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree. Right. One of these guys has to have an ear. Just a single ear? No ears. Strange. There we go. All right, let's go back. Let's turn everything in. Today you learned that no human has ever been killed by a panda. They are bears, that's true. I also feel like there are probably less wild panda bears than other types of bears in areas where humans exist outside. I think it's probably something to do with that. Like, I don't have exact numbers on panda bears, like in the wild. But I just think that there are like a lot less of them than like grizzly bears. You're much more likely to be killed by a grizzly bear than a panda bear. That's true. They're just hanging out in the bamboo forests. But aren't they endangered? Like in captivity and stuff? I don't know, they seem pretty chill. They're always just kind of like chewing on bamboo. Maybe they have a different kind of temperament.
Great to meet you. Keep your feet on the ground. See you soon.
Yanko, I appreciate that. Thanks for being here and hanging out with us. What else do we have? We have one more turn-in somewhere. In the inn.
I've the finest wares in the land.
Alright, I think I'm gonna cook these boar meat just to get them out of the inventory. We'll sell them all, we'll get some skill ups, and they'll probably sell for more if they're cooked. And I notice we're pretty close to capping out on cooking, so I need to make a note to myself. So that I can remember to train cooking. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Join Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory, that's an okay name. I think I'm still gonna keep holding out for something better. We've had a couple of okay names. Chaos Theory is maybe a little bit too edgy for me. Like, I don't think I'm enough of an edgelord to be in Chaos Theory, so I'm gonna have to decline that one. And we'll keep holding out for something clever and amusing and something good. Alright, guys, I do have to go. I wish I could play more, but I do have to take off. I have dinner incoming, thanks to my wonderful wife. Not sure when I'll be back on. The streaming schedule is going to be fluid. Let's say it's going to be fluid for the next little while. I'll have some series coming out, including a hardcore Horde Shaman solo self-found series. That recorded is going to go up tomorrow morning. If you guys are interested in checking that out, giving it a like, I would really appreciate that. And I will try to be on here streaming, hanging out with you guys as much as I can in the upcoming weeks. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Have a good rest of your afternoon or evening time. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.